Welcome, my fellow film communityites. Fellow film communityites for live stream numero 40. Live stream 40. 40. Well, let's see who we got here going. What's going on here? What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday afternoon or morning or evening or, I don't know where you're at, where all of you are. Jeffrey is here first and foremost. Radios is here. Mike is here second. Whoops, third. We have Barry. Greetings, sir. Sad news, no new cameras this week. That's sad news for me too. I have no new cameras or film or anything this week. I take that back. Typically, I always have something new. And I think this week I got some new found film. Yeah, I think I got a roll or two of found film this week. I know I got one from Katie, and she can't be here tonight, but you guys know Katie, K-D, the initials. But she sent me a bunch of film to scan and then sent me a 16 millimeter roll of found film right there. So I did get that. You guys see it? It was almost fully exposed, and she did a little bit with her camera, so we're going to see if we can get any images out of that. No new cameras or film, but I did get a mic for my camera. Did you get one of the big beastly for your 1014 XLS? Is that what you're talking about, radios? The big mic kind of stands up and moves out. You know, those are hard to find without... and give me 1 second. I want to show you the mic. Whoa, that fell. Let me see if I got it. Yeah, right here. This is the microphone, the accessory microphone that comes with. Well, it doesn't come with. I guess it does if you get the whole package deal. This is what comes or fits on the Canon 1014 XLS, and I believe the 814 XLS as well. But it's very difficult to find these now without their cable or their wire all just like chewed up. It is age, but this stuff becomes real brittle. The coating, oftentimes the you're okay because the wires are still intact, but I couldn't get this one to work for my last video I did with the Soundstripe film. I couldn't get this microphone to work, but they're really cool. They shotgun out. Whoa, is that a microphone in your hand? Never mind. And it takes a little, the 1.35 button cell. What do you got? What do you got? CJ, hello. How are you? Happy Sunday, my friend. I did get one of those things to hook up and record my high 8 camcorder to my computer. And you mean 8 because I'm sure you do, because you hit. I'm looking at my keyboard right there, and the little asterisk is on the same key as the 8. So you did. So you got the little dongle, right? USB to RCA inputs. I have one of those. They're great. Cashed out my Ibotta. What's an Ibotta? 3 minutes. Is that a new speed? Is that all it took for me to come on? Oftentimes I really am waiting for my coffee. Friday, I get paid, and I'll send the 2 carts I shot. You do that. Now, don't forget, I will be gone on vacation. We're leaving, and we'll be gone for about 10 days at the end of this month. Just keep that in mind. If you send it soon, I'll get it before I leave, and it'll be safe. It'll be safe no matter what. It's a P.O. box, so it's in the post office. It's not going anywhere. I got 2 cameras fixed. Oh, this past week, no new purchases. What'd you get fixed, Mike? I'm curious. Oh, the BM70. That's what this is. Yes. Oh, yours came with the zipper pouch for the mic. I probably should get another one of these. I have 3 1014 XLS cameras, and I only have this mic, and I want a good working one, so maybe I'll do some more testing with it. But Cecil had a good question. He asked if I thought my Boya lapel mic right here, this is this big old goofy It works fantastic, but this is the wired mic that I wear for all of my YouTube videos, my regular videos. But this might be a good idea to, it's got a really long cable to shoot some sound film with. But I haven't tested it with that, so I don't know. The wire coating looks a little brittle. I paid like $27. That's a good deal. That's not a bad buy at all, as long as it works. Remember, it does have a little battery in the back, right here in the back, radios. You just unscrew this, and I think I still have one. I just put one in here, testing the microphone. Oh, I took it out. It just, a little battery goes in there, and then your on-off switch, on it turn red, and off is black. And that's it. But like I say, mine doesn't work. Looks like something on a daily. Woo! I'll try it on a tape recorder. Yeah, I might mess around with some other options too. I feel like, well, one thing I did learn messing with the 1014 XLS, and I put it away or I'd bring it out here, but one thing that I did learn is if you're going to test microphones and the sound capabilities of that particular camera anyway, you have to have a sound cartridge in the camera when you're pulling the trigger to make it run and whatnot, or half depressing the camera. So we put wired headphones on and ran them into the monitor of the camera, plugged in the microphone, pulled the trigger without a cartridge in it, and we couldn't hear anything. We put a dummy cart in, just one that was already exposed, didn't even have any film in it, and it must depress something inside the compartment there, because after that we could hear in the headphones just fine. Now I can't remember if I actually tried that when I used this microphone when I was testing that mic, but maybe that's, I don't know why I got discouraged and quit. But you know, Mike, that's so funny you asked that. What days will you be gone? I'll be gone the 22nd through the 1st. I was trying to figure out what you meant by that in your comment. I'm like, Hawaii? What, are you in Hawaii? You're going? No, I am not going to Hawaii. I'm going to visit. We're going to visit my mother and my sister and some family I have in Indiana. I'll buy a lapel mic. You know, these are really cheap and they really work great. I've used this one for the last three years, and I think they're like $15. Boya. There's a link if you want to if you want to click it. I have a Amazon link in all my videos for that microphone. Mike has the mics. One Keynote A7, Keystone. One Keystone A7 and a Wallensic 8mm fix. Nice. I have an A3 Keystone. I've come across a couple of those A3s. They're super basic. That it runs. I don't know. I've never shot film through it. I've not had it that long, but I really want to try it. I love they're just big ovals is all they are. They're really neat looking. But I'd like an A9, or I think correct me, A12. They got these Criterion ones with the nice red, sides to them and everything. They're really cool. Mike, another Mike is here. Good morning, everyone. Does it come with the part that slides on the camera? Yes. Yes, it does. This is attached already. It's all one piece. And to slide it off, you have to, I can't remember, push this. There's two things. You pull them up to slide it off. But when you slide it on from the front and snap it back. You'll hear it click. But that doesn't do anything. That doesn't make an electrical connection down here. It's cold. The electrical connection is obviously with your wire. There's a couple things I want to talk to you guys about. It's only going to take a couple of minutes about live streaming. We'll get into that in just a second. So come with the camera. Oh, Mike with a mic. Bought a Rollei 6x6 slide projector that came with a Rollei SL82 Super 8 camera. Mark, I have one. I don't know the model number, but I had a Rollei Super 8 camera and it wouldn't work. I couldn't get it to work. I would love to know if you shoot with that. I'd love to know how that works for you. Rollei cameras are fantastic. I don't have it back here. I have a Rollei Flex medium format here, 120. I had for a long time the little, come on, help me, A35, is that right? The Rolly 35, the little compact one that a friend let me borrow for about 6 months, and I finally gave it back to him. And I also have a Rolly 126 camera that's, 35 millimeter film that kind of came in the cartridges. That seems to work okay. I love Rolly cameras. Oh, I'm getting behind here. Makes sense. Thanks for telling me. My pleasure. And check your email, radios. A couple days after my birthday. Your 100D is uploaded, and there are some issues with it. But sadly on your end this time. But it's not, just look at the email, you'll understand. I almost missed a stream because North America already set their clocks the wrong. I know. My wife had a baby shower to go to today, and she took Piper. My other daughter is with her friend, and she was running really late because I finally said to her, "What time are you supposed to be there?" And she goes, "Well, it's only 9 something," and it was actually 10 something. So she was running a little late, and they're all out and about right now. A15s are nice. Or A15, no, A15s. Yeah, I didn't know they went as high as 15. I don't know what do the model numbers mean, Mike. 3, is there an A6 maybe? I know there's a 9, 12, 15. I want an A12 too, but now I want a 15. Oh, you put it. A7, 9. I know there's an A3 because I have one. 9, 12, and 15. Do you have any idea what those mean? Usually it has to do with the zoom on the lens or the aperture opening, but that doesn't seem to fit here. Why am I stuck? Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry, it was stuck. Sad news, the Yashica 40, I got new batteries for the light meter, did not work, but the batteries I bought fit my Konica Auto 2's still film camera. So a good news, bad news situation. More bad news, I suppose, but that stinks. Hope mine comes with it. With it. Yeah, it should. I can't imagine why it wouldn't. Mine has a plastic cup over the mic foam. Scrap that. I want an A50. I know, I do too now. Is it SL35, Mike? Is that what it is? But mine wasn't an SL. It was just it was a Rolly 35. And it was the good one. It was there's one made in Singapore and there's one made in Germany, I believe. And mine was the German version, which is supposed to be better. I don't know. I say mine. It was not mine. It was his, but why does the cheapest plastic Super 8 camera, Keystone, seem to work the best? Mine runs fantastic. And I don't know why. Maybe because there's just nothing to it except a cheap little motor and a battery. That's got to be it. It's got a cruddy battery compartment, but a Schneider zoom lens. Well, if you can get it working, Mark, I would love to hear. I really would. Radio says okay. Yeah, check your email. Oh no, the small Rolly. Can't remember the model number. If you're friends with me on Facebook, it's my I haven't changed it in years, and I don't do Facebook very often, but it's the top with that banner picture. I'm taking a picture of myself in my rear view mirror, and I'm using that. You can see it in that A35 maybe. I don't remember. The 35 is in it. But I have a new I've had it for several years, 35 that I like to carry. That used to be my pocket carry, but now I use my Olympus XA, which is great little camera. It just pops open, slide, you slide the front. A15 has a side viewfinder and frilly engraved housing. Ooh. At least my 814 auto zoom works. Yes. Is that what you used for the parade footage, radios? It's very flickery, so you're seeing it now. I don't know what happened. I don't know what went on. Whether or not it had to do with, like I was said in the email, a couple years ago you shot it. I don't know how you stored it. Maybe it had something to do with shipping. I didn't think 100 ISO film was that sensitive. But there was a lot of back and forth. It's bright, it's dim, it's bright. But the whole thing is very underexposed, unfortunately. I did try to boost that a little bit, but you see what happens. You get a lot of grain. Smashes the like button because it's still unsmashed. It was still unsmashed. What's the matter with you people? But it works, thank goodness. Thank goodness, yes. I would highly recommend, okay, listen. I want to highly recommend, if you only shoot film occasionally, Super 8 film. If you want to project it, get the 100D. If that's your end goal. If you want to scan it and really play with it, don't get 100D. 100D takes it's a sort of its own art form to shoot Ektachrome 100D. I haven't even perfected it. I haven't. And I did a lot of testing for Kodak when they were fixing them. So it takes a lot of research, and it takes some doing to shoot Ektachrome 100D properly. It really does. It definitely has to be overexposed. And then when, I develop everything myself, so when you home develop film, that adds another weird element to it, and I home scan it as well. So if you're going to shoot the occasional roll and you just want to scan it and have fun with editing it and this and that, I would use Vision stock every single time. Okay, Mike, it is just Rolly 35. That's what I thought. Yeah, you shot it on 8/12 of 22. So I drag my feet. I'll send more stuff in sooner. Okay, yeah. 50D is very hard to beat. That is my main man as well. I only want to shoot on film, but only touch the negatives for scanning and digital editing. And afterward, doing a film out to 16 mil. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Woo! That would be sweet. I don't know how much it costs now to print to 16 or 35. I know a lot of filmmakers in the 90s would get their 16 millimeter film blown up to 35. Doing Super 8, I mean, Super 8 to 35, woo! That would look funky, probably. I didn't know about it at the time. That's okay. That's okay. Everybody has to shoot. Everyone has to shoot 100D at one point in their life if they're interested in film. It's a fun stock. It's a, like I say, if you're going to project, you definitely need to make sure you use the filter when you're outside. I'm sorry, the filter when you're inside, because it's a daylight balanced film. And if you're using tungsten lighting, which most people I think now use white lights in their house. So maybe the filter, I don't know. But if you're going to project it, you don't have the ability to color grade it or to white balance it. Time change in America. Hey, Lyle. Lyle, I got your message on Instagram, and I can't see that because I'm not a member of that group. It just takes me to there, do you want to join our group? And I clicked join, but then it asked me a bunch of questions, so I clicked out of it. I don't like those groups that ask questions. Stay out of my business. So I didn't answer any of the questions. They probably won't accept me in the group, but that's okay. Thank you for the advice. Of course. I do my own film outs with a 16 millimeter camera and a full HD or 4K LCD monitor with daylight balanced backlight LEDs. That would be awesome. Awesome. Or as Matt Foley would say, that would be awesome. No. It was my second Super 8 film. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on your little pegboard thing. I did that before with Super 8 and it worked amazingly well. Anytime you want to share that with us, Mike, you let me know. I got 2 years of knowledge. And you know what? You have quite the knowledge now. No, don't be sorry, Lyle, at all. If they take me in the group, that's fine, and I'll see it. Maybe screenshot it. Whatever it is, you got me super curious what it is that they're selling or that they're showing. So maybe just take a screenshot photo and send it over to me. I'd love to see it. So guys, now that there's a few people in here, I want to talk to you really quick. Okay. About these live streams. I love doing these. I do. One thing I will say is they take a lot of time and they're take a lot of work to get set up. I have a tiny little house, and it sort of just takes up this whole area. So I'm thinking not ending them, because I don't want to do that, because I love doing them. Sundays are kind of becoming not the perfect day for me to do them anymore. And real quick, I know I drift. This is going to be the last live stream until I get back from vacation. I'm so insanely backed up with so much stuff going on right now. We leave in about a week and a half, so I have to finish some personal things. I have to get some film projects done that I'm working on for other people. So I'm shooting a couple videos for friends. So I have a lot to do. So we will be back live streaming again. I think the first Sunday in April. Is that April 1st? It'll be the following one. So I guess it'll be the second week of April. I'll put a notice anyway. So I also want to kind of figure out if you guys think can think of a different day. Sundays are also gotten kind of tricky for me, getting everything done on Sunday for the coming week with the girls, my daughters, getting them ready for their coming weeks on Sunday. It's been a little bit tricky, but again, we're going to do live streams. We are definitely going to do live streams. I just have to find and really pinpoint a good day and time. So, and I know that a lot of you guys are not in the States or not in my time zone, so I want to try to make it so it's viable for most everyone. So I love the particular group that we have right now, and I want everybody back. So, what do we got? I'm definitely going to share that with you once I find a way to get my material scanned. I exposed some stuff to K40 back in 2006 and something on Ektachrome 100D in 2012. Yes, please share it, Mike, whenever you can. Like Mark Twain said, I would not join a group that would have me as a member. I would not join a group that would have me as a member. Anytime is good. Oh, thank you, Mike. We're going to pin down the right day and time. Sunday at 2 Eastern time for me is not bad. It's not the worst time. And I initially picked this time and day because I did not want to conflict with Ben's live stream, but it seems Ben doesn't really live stream anymore. So I don't know. He did his later on, I believe, in the evening. For me, I think his was 2 o'clock in the UK. Mine's 2 o'clock in Florida. So his was 7 o'clock, I think, for me here, PM. Anyway, we'll find something. Hope you have a great vacation time, Mike. Time to catch a breath and have some quality time with your lovely family. Thank you, Mike. And you're right. I got to go and just get away. It's funny. I'll tease my wife sometimes. And I'll say, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't go. And she, thankfully, we're not near the knife block because she's like, we're going. If it's just me and the girls, we're going. So we're going. And I was merely kidding. I enjoy it too. How about Fridays? Friday nights are kind of perfect to head into the weekend and leaving the work behind. That's not a bad idea. So Fridays aren't bad. Now I have to keep conscious of things that, I pick up my daughters from school. So early here, maybe late wherever you're at. So I might put up just a quick poll on the community tab. So if you see my poll on the community tab, maybe you guys could let me know what might work. But I thought about Fridays. That's not a bad idea, Mike. My birthday is on the 19th, so wish me one. Oh, the 19th, so in 9 days. So happy birthday. Happy birthday, radios. You don't want me to sing to you, I promise. Hey, Steven. Thanks for popping in. I do a lot of projects at about 2 p.m. on Sunday, so it won't bother me, Mike. Okay, good. But, well, if you do, then you're taking a little time out of your day to just pop in and say hi, so I really appreciate it. I got 3 ISO black and white 16mm footage. I shot in 2022. I didn't send in yet. 3 ISO. Where did you? Is that from FPP? I'm guessing 3 ISO black and white. Fat finger area. Very. Hey Christian, that's a Groucho Marx quote. Oh, is that what that is? Didn't Ben stream on Thursdays for the longest time? Was it Thursdays? Okay, so maybe that was it. You might be right, CJ, because maybe it was Thursday, and that's why I picked Sunday. Yeah, I think you're right, now that I think of it, yeah. I second Friday. I'm not a morning person at all. You know, I'm not either. I don't have a choice right now, because oftentimes I have to take Piper to school, and I have to get up at like 6:30 a.m., not every morning, but a lot of mornings. But if I could help it, if I didn't have to, I wouldn't. My oldest daughter, she can walk to school. If she has many times. We live very close to her school, so. FPP, yeah, okay. I wonder, is that the Sonic, or one of the Sonic films? I shot some of their 16mm Sonic film. It was crazy. Mr. Dave is here. Dave from Knob Top. Do you have any plans to make any film cameras? Oh, to take any film cameras with you on your vacation? You know, I'm only going to be about 100 miles from you, Dave. Yes, I lose train of thought so quickly. I am going to take some film cameras. Absolutely. Last year we went around this same time, and I kind of overtook. I took my Aeroflex 16S. I took my Canon 514 XL. And I took a couple of still cameras, and I ended up only shooting 1 roll of 16 and I think 1 roll of Super 8, and I was there for a week. So I probably will do the same. I'll probably take that this time too. All comedians are thieves. He could have gotten it from Mark. Boom. FPP needs to get back their Super 8 film, develop and scan pack. Really, I didn't know it was gone. They do a really good job over at FPP. I don't know what a lot of us would do, honestly, without FPP. I get all my chemicals from them. Well, all the my HC110 stuff. I get my photo flow from them. I get my E6 stuff from them. And I've gotten a lot of stuff from them. They're awesome for this community. Oh, yeah, that is absolutely correct, Christian. I'll save the Sonic for FPP, but I got the Sonic and regular 3. Okay, well that's interesting. I enjoyed the Sonic. Shoulders of Giants. Yeah. Standing on the shoulders of giants. For title work. Keeps it smooth and grainless. Yeah, that sounds about right. Caffeinol. I want to talk about Caffeinol a little bit. I don't see Manny in here, but I know Manny is a big fan of Caffeinol, and I'm going to start revisiting some Caffeinol soon, because it's pretty amazing what you can do with instant coffee and film, color and black and white. Now I won't process it as color film, but it's pretty awesome. Caffeinol. There's all kinds of ingredients, recipes. They got C and CM and CF and CL and CS and all kinds of crazy concoctions. But basically all it is instant coffee, high acidic instant coffee, not decaffeinated, or highly caffeinated, I should say. Sodium carbonate or washing soda, and vitamin C, or vitamin C for my pals over in Europe. I used Caffeinol several years ago. I haven't really touched on it a lot lately, but I know some of you have. Folgers crystals should work just fine. I got some from the dollar store. Was it actually the $1.25 store now? But haven't actually opened it or used it. And I have a nice big jug of vitamin C powder, or what's the chemical name for it? Ascorbic acid. So I really want to revisit. Now you do have to have that nasty fixer still, but at least the chemical process, the initial processing is it's interesting. I mean, you can process film with anything these days, you know? I mean, beer or rosemary, or I saw some guy did it with beet juice, wine, all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh yeah, caffeinol developing is something I find so fascinating, and it usually leaves that sort of that grungy, what's the sepia tone kind of browns on there that you can get it out or leave it in. I just wonder how stable the material. Yeah, stability long term, I'm not positive about. I don't know if the addition of photo flow at the end to sort of lock in all the freshness. I don't know. I don't know if we have now. Caffeinol, I think, was around 1995 when it was first created at a college. So we'd have to see some film from then, because now we're 30 years away from there. And would be interesting. I don't know what the staying power is. Dave says, any luck finding the issue with your projector that scratched your sound film? No. Just because I haven't looked yet, Dave. And by the way, you have a package coming. I sent it yesterday. Again, don't get overly excited. It's goofy. It may or may not work, but I figure it may be something you would have fun with. If you guys don't watch Dave's Knop Top there, if you don't watch his YouTube videos, he puts some really cool shorts out. He does mostly shorts, which I should probably do some too. I'm just terrible at YouTube. I've heard the cheapest instant coffee is the best. Yes, that's why I got that, just to see, Mike, if my Dollar Tree $1.25 little instant coffee will do the trick. I don't know. We'll see. Beet juice. Yes. If you look on one of those sites, caffeinol.org or the blog spot, that the guy, he quit doing it, but he quit about 7 or 8 years ago, but he has a lot of blog posts, and he posted about some of the chemical processes, the household chemical processes that people were using. Beetle juice. And someone used beet juice. I don't know how it didn't just turn out magenta, but I don't know. And beer is interesting too, yeah. I don't drink really too much, though occasionally. I don't think I've had an alcoholic drink this year yet, but I am going out with a friend of mine tonight, so maybe one. Good for the film and the one developing. Yes. Beer. Oh, man. Looking at the 2022 and 2023 parade footage, what a difference a year makes. Yeah. I wrecked my Mr. Coffee film. Wait, my Mr. Coffee developing film. Sort of melted. I give. You so crazy. I did a video a while back where I just filmed with black and white film in my Bolex. Me, or just my hand, just making coffee in my coffee maker. And a lot of people thought when they watched the video that was going to be me using coffee to develop film. But rather, I was shooting the brewing of coffee. How boring. So I got to tell you too, guys. 7 and 7. I talked about it. And I think we are pinning it down for sure. And I also want to show you something. This is going to be in 7 and 7. 7 and 7. 7 found films in 7 days. That is going to be, mark your calendars, or do the bell thing so you don't miss it, or just watch it later. March 22nd, this month, through March 28th. That's 7 days. 22 all the way through 28. We're going to do the Found Film series, the 7 and 7, where one film every day, something totally different, and we're going to develop it and showcase it. One of those films is this, and I don't know if you guys have ever even seen or heard of this film. That's another reason I got to cancel my live stream for next Sunday, because I have got to get so much work done. Anyway, have you guys ever seen or heard of this? I personally have not. Can you see it? And I'm going to explain it what it is. I know that's going to be hard to see. It is Ektachrome SM or SMA 7244 type A. And it used a process ES-8. Okay, it says it up there, ES-8. Not E6, not E4, not E2, not VNF, not ECN, ES-8. Now, I don't have a clue what ES-8 is, and there is no information online. I got this, it was fully exposed. I didn't shoot it. And I'll tell you what I did with it. If you project film done in Caffeinol, does that work? Like smell-o-vision, you can crave a cup of coffee. Yes, it does. Smell-o-vision. Can't wait. Sweet. 7 different cameras. Well, I don't know because I'm not shooting the film, but maybe it was 7 different cameras. Probably it was. Oh, guess home film processing is just an excuse. I get high on the chemicals. Somehow I still get Ektachrome 64T flashbacks. Yeah. But the good thing with 64T is it could be processed in E6. So this was fully exposed, no rim jet, just like 64T, but unlike 160. I tried it in, I didn't try it in any black and white chemicals because it's Ektachrome and I wanted to try, it's not 160. I wasn't even familiar with how old it is. I do know now. This one was from 1977. And you guys are going to see this one in 7 and 7. And it's already done. They got to all be done ahead of time or I just could never do it. I can't do one day and shoot the video and edit it and upload it. So I tried it in ECN2 chemicals, full temp, just a little strip, and I got some weird, the negatives were really, really thin negatives. And I put them in the scanner just to kind of see if I could adjust a little bit, and I just couldn't get much out of it at all. It was super thin. You could tell there was a picture there, but it was hard to figure out what it was. So I let this film sit and brew for about another month. I just kind of let it sit and do its thing. It got all coagulated and did a little brain thinking. And I was processing some 100D for our pal radios there a couple days ago. And I mixed a brand spanking new batch of E6. And I processed his film. And as soon as I was done with his film, I still had the chemicals nice and warm, hot, whatever, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I did a little strip of this in E6. Guess what? It worked! It worked actually pretty well. I was stunnified. It worked pretty well. It's not perfect, but I think it's a little bit better than E6 with the old Ektachrome 160, so I was pretty excited. And then I made my, I log everything, and I even put a picture of if they're off films or weird films. I take a photo of them, post that on my Google Docs, and then I write next to it, I type in what I tried, what worked, what didn't work. So I have a little list of different odd films that I've experimented with. So whatever ES-8 was, it was close enough to E6, and I was stunned that my emulsion stayed on. It wasn't, I'm assuming it did not need a pre-hardener, but somehow it just worked. The colors are not perfect. They're muted. It's kind of like old either 64T or kind of looks a little bit like old 160, the Ektachrome 160. Anyway, that's kind of all I'll say, but there it is right there. This roll was manufactured in 1977. So you guys are getting a sneak talk. I do have a little film to show you guys too if you want to see it. You don't have to. I mean, it's kind of a, I think it precedes last week's Iowa crop dusting footage. It's from the same batch. Hey, Rich. Thank you, sir, for popping in. Great to see you. Steven says, challenge accepted. I will find some ES-8 info. I will. Yeah, Steve, you do that for me, Steven. I want to know what ES-8 is. I searched. I mean, there was a little info here and there, but nothing that really could help me at all. Cross-processing is always exciting. Yeah, it was neat. It was neato. I'm going to get some Kodachrome for some grainy black and white fun. Get the newest Kodachrome you can find and overexpose it by 3 stops. Yes! Colors can be altered and corrected with chemicals or digitally. Yeah, I did the best I could, just preliminarily with correcting. The first step is always to correct the white balance. It's always going to be off. And then when that was done, I started, you know, kind of just messing with the saturation a little bit, and you know, I can't show this one right now. Sorry. I gotta save that for 7 and 7, or maybe you guys mean the other film, the one from Iowa. There's nothing earth-shattering on it, but it was just fun. It's sort of like what everyday life was like in the 70s. I always do. Yes. Show the film. ES8 sounds like the rare Type 3 kind of cassette material used for audio cassettes that didn't catch on. I think it. Yeah, I don't know what kind of film. And if I'm being honest, I'm not even positive what the ISO is of this film. I would guess probably somewhere in the 200 range, but I don't know. I don't know anything about this film. 7244. Oh yeah, Mike, you mean the Iowa one? Yeah, I'll throw that up in just a second. Speaking of 70s, Lomography released a new 110 camera that looks so 70s retro, around 120. Yes, I got their little email, Jeffrey. It's funny you mentioned that. I did get their email. They sent. I don't know if you're on their email list, and it looked really cool. I like that camera. I have a pretty cool one. Let me show you guys. This one. I have several 110 cameras. I thought maybe I showed these before, but I have a pillow on my chair here because it's, you know, getting old. Look at this blue one. Pocket Minolta, and I think it was stored in this case forever because it looks brand spanking new. Look at that bad boy. I honestly haven't used one of these in so long. This is kind of what I started with back in the 70s. Look at that. You remember you wind them with your thumb under there? Click it, wind, click. And guess what? This wasn't $120. This was about $8. And I have this one as well, which was also about the same. Look at that. Vivitar 602. It even has 2 little Radio Shack batteries and a roll of film right there. I'm sure it's probably no good, but look at this. It actually has film in it currently. So let's do this. I don't know if there's a flash. Yeah, there is. And I'm not. Oh, there. Let me just turn on the flash. So when the light, I don't know if there's a light. You remember that? You had to always wait for the light. And then we'll take a picture of me live streaming. You guys tell me if you see a flash. Did the flash go on? I looked like it did. So this is an old school Vivitar 602. So I do have some really cool 110 cameras. But that camera did look pretty awesome, that Lomography one. It flashed. 110 was a disposable of the 70s. It was good back then. Oh, wow, I'm so far behind. Barry says, can you put the cartridge in a camera and see what the meter shows? 110? Oh, this. Oh, yeah, duh. You can tell by the notching. Let me see. What do I have up here? I have some 160. I think it's 100 speed. I think it's 100. Yep, that's my guess. That's my guess. 100. Thank you, Barry. I didn't even think about that. You're right. Rich says, my friend Tanya gave a Nikon digital camera from 2010. Not film, but it's really nice. Beautiful day here in Denver. Going out to take some snaps after the stream. You have fun with that, Rich. That's awesome. Nothing wrong with digital, guys. We are not a hating group, but we love our film. Blue and orange, cool colors. I know, I like that. I like funky colors. 110, awesome. Oh yeah, saw it teased. It teased in a YouTube video those 60mm film cassette still frame cameras. My uncle had one too. Yeah, that's what they are. They're 16mm film. 110 is 16mm film, real close. I got a Kodak. Ooh. Smile, smile. It flashed. Oh, my eyes. I'm blind. Sorry, guys. You got a 72 Kodak 110. Good. They're awesome. I have the exact same Vivitar. Got it for Christmas in 78 or so. Wow, you still have it? That's awesome. I forgot to put the packaging back in. We need a Super 8 notch guide. They make, there is one out there. You can print it out and you can kind of set it in your camera and you can see, or you could set a cartridge on it and it tells you. Barry mentioned that. I didn't even think about it. They're out there, guys. There is a notch guide you can print in its actual size, and you can actually set it inside your camera and look at your pins if you wanted. Or you set your cartridge against it and it tells you. All right, here's that other film so you guys can see it. By the way, let me put this up here. We were talking about Caffenol. I just want to show you. I know you guys have all seen this. There's no doubt. But this is the sort of the main Caffenol recipe guide. I'll leave it up there just for a second in case anybody wants to just screenshot it or something. Just so it's easy. I don't know who made this originally, but it seems to work pretty well. It has the different recipes all together there and some good information. And we will take that off. I know 126 cams have the dates on the edge of the photos like July 73. Do they all do that? I think it has to be a specific camera. I remember having an Ektachrome 64T chart to print out and lay into the film cartridge compartment of a Super 8 camera to see if it could handle the film or not. Yeah, there is one that it has these nice lines that will tell you exactly what the speed of your film is. Well, awesome, Mike. You took a screenshot. Very good. Ooh, it's in German. Yeah, if you guys just do a search for, and I have it here somewhere, cutout, Super 8 cartridge cutout, something like that. Somebody put together a nice one, and I apologize to whoever did it, but they did a really good job. I only apologize because I can't remember who did it, but I use it, and it's out there. Oh, do they have it on their website, Jeffrey? Good. All right, here's that other film. It's nothing, like I say, earth-shattering, and it's low res just for the stream, so here we go. Boom. Typical American family in the 70s. I can't remember what kind of film this was. I don't remember if it was Ektachrome or Kodak. It kind of got an Ektachrome look to it. Yeah, very 70s color. There's something about that. Nice and sharp. Baby, I would say that baby is probably mid 40s. That's my guess. I think this film is mid 70s. No, Mike, I did not process it. This is not found film. This is already processed. It was just it was in a lot of film that I had gotten. I don't know. I don't even remember where. All I did was scan it. When there's sideburns. You're right, Fritz. Man, reminds me of my dad in the 70s. He smoked a pipe and always had his sideburns. And we're back to the crop duster. See, I'm thinking maybe this preceded this crop duster footage from last week. North by Northwest. And that was just a bit of Super 8. I'm kind of stealing this from Ben's old live stream. He had, I miss his streams. He had a, what would he call, a screening room, where he would just show a film kind of, you know, in the stream at some point. And it was fun. He did something, he showed film of old Boy Scouts and just old school film from the 50s, 60s, 70s. So yeah, it's kind of fun. So here's a link, guys. I'm going to put it in the chat, if I can. Okay, see that link? If you click that link, you'll see the Super 8 guide. It goes to the Super 8 wiki. Everybody knows Super 8 wiki. If you don't, you should get familiar with it. Of course, Mike. It's fun finding this stuff. Yeah, it is. I was going to show you guys some of the found film options. So Katie sent me this. I showed you guys that. That's a possibility. For 7 and 7 I'm talking about. I have some Kodachrome K40s. Not a huge fan of Kodachrome K40, but especially for found film because it's so hit and miss, but we will see. These have all been fully exposed. And they are Kodachromes. So they're going to be a little iffy, a little back and forth. A little back and forth iffiness right there. All fully exposed, and I think they're from different places. I want to try to do a mix. I want to do at least one, probably two 16 millimeters if I can. And then it would be nice to have a regular 8 in there, although I don't think I have any. Mike from Pittsburgh Estate Sales sent me some 8mm, but I don't think it was exposed. It's hard to tell with 8mm. Then I have these, an Ektachrome. This is old school. This is late 70s, 160 type G. This is old school but newer school. That's an Ektachrome 160 type G. And then I have this little gem. There's no film showing. Usually that means it just was finished and somehow it got twisted and got wound in. But that's the old Sears. You guys remember that? Sears? Maybe you don't. Sears film. That's half the link for the film sound system. Oh, okay. I've got some 6mm Kodachrome, unsure of its age. Is it shot, Mike? Or is it some you're going to shoot? Develop them all. I probably will. I'm just not sure. They take quite a bit of time. But then I have this as well. We're going to see, as far as this goes, I think this one, this is 8mm. And I got this earlier this year. And I don't know if it's actually Super X. It does say Super X, which would be kind of cool. When I do this is side one, when I do the finger test, it's tipping this way, which means it may have been half shot. Because if all of the film is over here, on this side, on the take-up side of side 1. That means it never got flipped, shot again, where all of the completely 100% shot now would be on the original side again. So I think we may be half exposed here, which would be okay, because I want some 8mm in our found film. So this is an optionability. And then we also have these 2 gems that were fully exposed. This one I got from Dallas, Texas last year. It's old Kodachrome daylight film, 16mm. And this one, I don't know where this came from. I didn't mark this one. Usually I put a little sticker on the bottom. This one's fully exposed, and it's an old Kodachrome 2 daylight film. So those are just some options, but I also have this. And by the way, I shot this. I really should develop it. I shot this a long time ago. It's the Pro 8mm, you know, where you buy the film and then they process it and scan it. But it was so far out of date. They have a date on the back of it. This needed to be, all the services expire in 2018. So I never sent it in. I didn't buy it from them. I got it online. Is Bonnie finally here? Do I get to say, or wait, was Bonnie here already? I don't think she was. She's usually one that's telling me how late I am. Oh, it's not shot yet. Okay. Shoot it, Mike, but really overexpose it, man. Shoot, I would overexpose it. If you don't know what year it is, at least 3 stops. If it's K40, I did mine. That was from 1996 or 94. I shot mine at about F16. The sound film that you guys just saw the last couple of days. Next week I'll put it. Okay. Yes, okay, radios. That sounds good. Oh, that's right. Okay, you did make the first comment, Bonnie. I didn't think you would be gone forever. What's up? Hey, there's Manny. I was talking about you earlier. We were talking a little bit about Caffeinol, Manny. Good to see you. Danka. Ooh, even some Pro 8 stuff. Yeah, I have another roll of this, by the way, that's not been shot. And this isn't my favorite. This is 500T. I do have another guy had sent me. I do have a couple rolls of 8mm that were found in cameras that people have sent me. There's another one here. Unfortunately, they're not covered, so there's not a whole lot of hope in that. I have a couple rolls of sound film, but I don't think these have been fully exposed. I have some other rolls of 8mm magazine film that I think may have been fully exposed. We'll see. It's Kodachrome, so don't expect a lot. What is this? From 2022. Ooh. So this was not fully exposed, but it was mostly exposed. This is old. What is this? Kodachrome, of course. Yes, old Kodachrome. We might see. This, I think, is fully exposed. I just cannot get an image out of it. The old Anscochrome. I've tried and tried different processes, and I can't get anything out of it. I know you can't see that. It's too dark, but I'm going to keep trying. We'll see. Yes, Mike, please overexpose that film. So I have that to choose from, as well as this is only a partial amount. That. This is mostly all Super 8. Some of this is fully exposed. In fact, most of it is. A couple rolls are partially exposed. Actually, now that I'm looking, it's all fully exposed. And it goes back. I mean, I've had some of this film, like this one right here. We've processed, this is K40, we've processed some found film from this batch. I don't remember exactly what it was on, but I got this December of 2019 I got this film. So it's been sitting for a while. I just have a lot of it. So going through it all, a lot of it has been processed different carts from each batch. I've done one or two, and then I still have others from that same batch. So we'll see. This one I got in December of 22. This came from Hobbs, New Mexico. Some K40. Somebody keeps blowing up my phone here. Who's that? Oh, it's Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie. Oh, wow. It looks like a sound striper, Bonnie. Bonnie sent me... I mean, that's just first glance. That's what it looks like. But it looks like magnetic tape on the top. I'm going to show you guys what Bonnie... a photo she just sent me. Hopefully you can see it. To me, that looks like a... I mean, at first glance, it looks like a sound striping machine for film, Super 8. See, the top spool up here looks like it's holding tape, but I don't know, Bonnie. For $10, is that what they want for it? For $10, I would get it. I would get it anyway. You know. Oh yeah, you actually said that. Yeah, magnetic tape. Okay. I would jump on that, Bonnie, for $10. Rimjet here. Hello, my friend. That film can look nice, black with... Yeah, I like that. That you're talking about that Ansco. It was a neat can. I think someone has an... Just say, Jeffrey. This is more Super 8 film stock than I ever had the privilege of shooting. You know, this has all been shot by somebody other than me. Now, a couple of the cartridges were finished by me. Only a couple of them that were partially exposed. But I'd say 95% of everything that's in here was previously exposed by someone else. I'm almost embarrassed to say I have hundreds of rolls of unexposed Super 8 film that I try to get through. I try to shoot them. You guys know I shoot a lot of film. Hello, Rimjet. Hello, Rimjet. Filmboy24, I just sent you a picture. Oh, yeah. That's definitely a sound striping machine. You're correct. Cold coffee. Hey, Mr. Manny's World. We'll probably get it next week. I would definitely get it for $10, Bonnie. Also found one on eBay that sold for $125. Yeah, that's why. Don't sleep on that one. It might just be fun to have. I knew you could add such tracks to silent Super 8 film with some projectors too. Yes, I didn't know about with projectors. You can record with projectors, but I guess you can. I don't know. What do I know? I think we should all send Bonnie our money. Yeah. Now you're talking, Mike. So she can get us the deals. But a dedicated film soundtrack adding device is nice. Yes. I guess it would all have to be done. Well, if you're adding it for narration, I mean, that's what I would use it for. Make sound film for film that you already shot and is processed. You add a sound stripe. Then you can add your own fun narration if that's what you want to do. Now, you could still do that digitally, I guess, but, I mean, there's nothing like the good old crackling sound of magnetic tape. Also got 7 Disney Super 8 films earlier today for $20. Good job. That is cool. And I will get the FNAF movie on DVD tomorrow. You are addicted to that movie. I'm having better luck with my cameras than record players on eBay. I need to get a record player. I miss my old. I had one of these. I might be some of you youngsters. I know me, Mike will remember, and Barry, but some of us older folks. You're not old, but you know what I mean. The little 45 you had when you were a kid. Fisher Price, but they weren't Fisher Price, but they were nice little 45 record players, and they just played the singles. Oh, I miss that. Is the Soundstripe leaders hard to get? I don't know. I don't know if they are or not, radios. I've never had to get any. I think you mean the tape, right? I don't know. I think Bolex made some weird magnetic sound speaker to go with the M8 projector, so it might have been for it. Could have been. Could have been. Yeah. RCA Victor. Is that what they were? I had like blue little record player, but it was for 45s. It was great. Back in the day, everyone had stereos in our homes with giant speakers. My in-laws were trying to get me to get rid of theirs. You know, they were trying to get me to help them, and I did. I think we just gave it away. But I can't remember. They had Fisher, maybe, but they had it for years and years up in their rec room at their house. Bonnie, where? Oh, don't give away your auction site. Then it won't be $100, but that's a good deal. What happened? Back in our day, everyone's giant speaker. What the heck happened? Still have my linear tracking turntable. I know that Thomann in Germany still sell new magnetic tape leader and cassette tapes. Oh, cool. Well, maybe they have the tape for Super 8. That would be cool. Personally, I just wish the new Kodak Super 8 camera would record an optical soundtrack like some of the Japanese single 8 cameras did. There needed to be something for audio on that camera. And by the way, does anybody know if that camera, is it crystal controlled motor? That's one thing I don't know. Did it have the large spindle? Well, you snap the little plastic thing into the center. You could either put the large spindle on the adapter, but we had these little plastic things. They look like little boomerangs that you could snap into the center of a 45 to give you the little hole to fit on. And remember, and then you also had on record players the album, the vinyl that was up to bat, and you'd have to pull the spindle over and it would fall down, and then when you were done playing the bottom one, the needle moved and then bloop, it dropped, and it was really cool. Anyway, Bang & Olufsen, I remember them. They use RMG material, I think. A lot of it is from the USA. Oh, it is, Manny. It is Crystal Sync. Okay, well that's a plus. Huge plus. Probably order the soundtrack for FNAF movie on vinyl since it will release later this year. Yeah, man, 45s were great. We had so many. And you had the little carrier. It had the little handle. You push in and turn. You could take the lid off, and then like the CD spindle of 45s, and you could carry it around. Linear tracking. So cool. I had a Techniques. Guys, listen. 1 hour and 11 minutes, 12 minutes in. I'm going to miss you guys for the next few weeks. We will be back the second week of April. This has been awesome. I'm sorry I can't do a live stream. For the next 3 weeks, we will not have a live stream. I'm sorry. They fly by, Mike. I know. I'm going to have some videos coming too. I'm going to have, while I'm gone, remember the 22nd through the 28th will be 7 and 7. We're going to have 7 different Super 8, 16 millimeter, and maybe 8 millimeter found films. They will be released March 22nd, 23rd, all the way through the 28th, barring any crazy things that happen. Glad I caught. It was a great stream. Have a great vacation. Thank you, Mike. And happy birthday, Radios. Very, very happy birthday to you, my friend. Glad I caught the last bit. Thanks, Mike, and everyone. Thank you, Manny, for popping in. Safe travels. Thank you, Mike. It's a long drive. I'll be a year older next show. Yes, you will. What? I'm just in. Did it start an hour early? No, we are on the time change, Nisi. It is actually 3:12 here right now. And Nisi, just so you know, the next 3 live streams will not be. Sorry, I'm going on vacation and I need next week to work on some things. But we'll be back April. Let me tell you the date of the next live stream. It would be April 7th. Is that right? There's a light in my eye right here. Yes. April 7th we will be back. Darn, missed it. Well, you will catch it on the 7th. Awesome stream. Have a great vacation. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you to everybody every week. Great. Enjoy your vacation. Thank you, Nisi, and thank you, Lyle, and thank you, everybody, and Barry. And you know I can't start mentioning names because I know I'll forget most of them. Guess I could watch an old stream and pretend I did not watch it. Gotta send it. Yes, send it. Send it quick, radios. And then I'll be able to snag it before we leave. Who wants to hold the interim live streams? One of you guys should host an interim one. Have a good one. And don't forget to watch Dinner for One. I keep forgetting that. Catch you later, guys. Thank you, Rimjet. All right, guys, listen. I will see everybody April 7th. Feel free to email me. Jump on Instagram. Sometimes I'm terrible at responding to emails, as you guys probably know. But I do read them, I promise. Especially once I finally see them. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, everybody, for popping by. And I'll see you all on April 7th. I promise.